Hello, everyone. Welcome to the last 2 weeks before spring break. We have just found out not too long ago that you will be offered the SAT. Now, I recommend that you take this here at the school. It is free on the free testing day for all students. If you pay for it on your own and take it on another day, it costs you about $100. So we're saving you quite a bit of time on Monday. You also have to give up a Saturday to take it, which, hey, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. But we are offering it for free, and we're helping you get ready for it. So that is what we are going to be doing these last 2 weeks before spring break. We're going to be working through some lessons. We're going to be working in Khan Academy, and then I have some specific tips and tricks on how to approach the test. So, first things first, the requirements for these 2 weeks. The SAT will take place the Tuesday after spring break. So you have spring break, we come back on Monday, and then you have the test on Tuesday. Okay, you in these next 2 weeks are required to spend 3 hours per week in Khan Academy working on SAT English practice specifically. Okay, now there are math practice and math lessons that are designed for the SAT to help you as well, but they will not count towards your 3 hours for English. You will be assigned specific lessons and videos to complete in Khan Academy. So on your dashboard, you will have those. They're also linked in Google Classroom, so you can directly follow that link. These will take anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to work through. So you'll get basically 2 sets a week. And then any remainder time up to that 3 hours is to be spent in English practice. And you can see on your dashboard your time spent, what you've completed, and how long you've spent. Okay? Some tips and tricks. And this applies to all of the reading passages, no matter what the subject area, all of the reading passages on the SAT. Tip number 1, read the entire passage. Old school tests before this SAT that's only been around like 2 or 3 years, it was okay to not read the whole passage. In fact, teachers would tell you don't read the whole passage. Just read the first paragraph, the last paragraph, and then read your questions. Skim. You don't want to do that. Do not do that. You need to read the whole passage. Now, does that mean you need to spend 15 minutes reading each passage? No, but you should read it quickly. If you're a fast reader, you can jot down little notes in the margin, like this is about, what that paragraph talks about, just a couple of words, or you can circle, underline, star important bits of information or things that stand out to you as being important. Opinions, facts, major arguments, okay? Opinions, facts, major arguments. If you don't do this, you will get questions wrong. And it's unnecessary, because if you'd read the whole passage, you'd see where you've gone wrong. And that's tied into our tip number 2, which is the College Board tries to trick you. Okay, so you have to approach each question with something called answer triage. And what that means is these simple things. One answer is out of the 4 is going to be obviously wrong. You'll be able to eliminate it. You can cross it right off in your booklet. Another one can be eliminated pretty quickly if you think about what the answer is really saying, okay? Take a minute, read it, go, okay, does this really apply to the question and to the passage, both those things? And that's going to leave you with 2 good options. And here's the thing, both of them will seem right, okay? One of them will seem like it's the right answer if you haven't read the whole passage. If all you've done is gone back and looked for keywords, that's going to stand out to you, and you're going to go, oh yeah, that's obviously right. And you're going to mark it, move on, and you're going to have gotten it wrong. Most of the time, the answer that is more right, okay, than the other is that it applies to the text as a whole, whereas you will have had to have read the whole text to really understand that this option is better than that one. Okay, and then that brings us to tip number 3, which is passage triage. Now, the SAT gives you the 4 passages, and they are reading, history, social sciences, and science. So you have 4 reading passages with a series of questions for each. They come in a specific order. You don't have to do them in that specific order. Okay, within the reading section, you can flip. Okay, and I suggest you start with the one that you're best at. Okay, in practice, you'll figure out, oh, I get most of my answers correct in, say, the history passage. If that's and then the next one with most correct answers is literature. So you'd want to start with history. You move through it confident, you know it, you're doing good at it. Then you move to literature because you're pretty good at that. Okay, go through that one. Then go to the two that maybe you're not so good at. Maybe you're good then. You're okay at social sciences. Okay, take that one next. And maybe science is the one that's really a problem for you. You can put that at the end, okay? Take the time you need on the first three. And then the time at the end, whatever time you have left, is then spent trying to get that fourth one right. Now, this only works if you know, okay, I'm much better at this than I am at this, which means you've practiced, okay? So take advantage of this next 2 weeks. Find out what you're really good at. Find out what you need work in. Spend some time practicing in those areas. And then figure out what order you want to take the passages in. Okay. If you move down in Google Classroom, you're going to find links to your Khan Academy assignments for this week. Have a good week.